Welcome back to Outside the Glass podcast. We're your hosts. This is Tyler. I'm Joel. It's been a week of upsets in the NHL. Conference finals haven't gone the way people have anticipated so far. Avs fans have been sent to the shadow realm, seemingly. We'll discuss that and much more right after this. So the most dominant team in the league drops 2 at home in a shocking turn of events that nobody anticipated. Bednar, in his post-game interview, spoke to the media. He didn't pull a torch. He spoke to the media even after dropping 2.
He always talks to the media.
And so, 2 things. One, we don't know when Makar's coming back. It's looking a little bleak for the Avs if Makar doesn't return, and they're finding out just how important Makar really is to this D-core. And Bednar seems to not be phased and is not looking to change much. That is the sentiment I got when I listened to him. He said, look, we're matching them with the scoring chances where we're playing decent. We had a close game too, and things are going to bounce back our way. My problem with that is I've been watching the Avs all season and in this whole postseason, and the Avs are known for outchancing their opponent by just pure volume, pure volume of shots, pure volume of rebounds, pure volume of scoring chances in the slot. What I'm seeing so far from the Avs is a team that's being pushed to the outskirts of the rink. They are finding their way into the middle of the ice, but not for long.
Yeah.
The creativity, the magic, the give and goes, the dynamic play between Makar, McKinnon, Landeskog, all these top guys hasn't vanished, but it hasn't been sustained. So my question is this a Vegas team that's well studied, well coached by a torch veteran coach that has seen this Avs and Bednar team play over the last 5 years and develop into a team that is what they are right now? And is this Vegas team just one that knows how to play in the playoffs and can take on any comer? They've won a cup most recently. They won in 2023. Avs won in 2022. This is like a divine collision of 2 teams on a crash course towards the cup. And I don't know if the Avs are going to recover, if they can. I haven't lost all hope. Give me your feedback on this. Tyler has been, all full disclosure, I called Tyler and he was listening to I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to get me down. So he has graced us with his presence, and I would love to hear the perspective of an Avs fan.
No, I think you summed it up. It's been a good pod.
Call it.
I think it's time to call
it.
No, you forgot the point that the Knights knocked out the Avs in 2021 too. In the second round. Ever since then, Avs and Vegas have just kind of been bitter rivals, and I don't know the structure. So going back to the Knights series, the Knights played Colorado pretty well. They held them in check for most of it. They just didn't have the scoring capabilities. They weren't able to capitalize, and they weren't as opportunistic. That's a hard word to say whenever you're
out of sorts,
not in a good place. But no, Vegas, they're just a little bit more opportunistic. I'm just not going to use that word. They take good shots.
They take great shots. We talked about this before the pod started, and the thing with Bednar is he's like, we're getting just as many opportunities, maybe a little bit more. Vegas is a team that when they get a chance, they pretty much bury it. And Avs shoot a ton of pucks from the point. They've got Makar that walks that blue line very well. They get traffic.
Mm-hmm.
They're great at these deflections in front of the net. We're not seeing that right now.
And it's
where's
Nichushkin?
Where's he at? He usually parks right in front. He's got like crazy silky hands where he can just tip them in from any position, and we're just not seeing it.
We're not seeing it from him. We're not seeing it from Brock Nelson. A lot of people want to throw Natchez into this as well, that we're not really seeing it from him. But I feel like Natchez has been one of the best players for the Avs in this series. He creates a lot of chances. He's the one that created Kulak scored on the overtime goal in Game 5 against the Wild, but Natchez was the main reason that happened. His wrap around the back of the net and setting up Kulak was the game winner, and he's been trying to do that in this Vegas series, but Vegas they get in front of the net a lot better than the Wild could. Like, they know how to shut that down, and it's easy to say that the Avs have just been playing atrocious when they're down 2-0. They've had chances.
They haven't been playing atrocious. They've been playing very human. And we haven't been used to seeing them play so like down to earth like the rest of the NHL.
No,
and we do wonder, we talked about this too, we do wonder, at least I was wondering, they've been on a furious pace all season, all postseason. They nearly swept two teams. They had 121 points in the regular season. They've got Makar, which he's out, so it's got to be something somewhat significant to keep him out for 2 games while they're reeling for a win. So my thought is, who else? Everybody's hurt during the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
But how worn out and banged up are some of these guys? You've seen little spurts of McKinnon. You've seen him in Game 1 get close to tying it up with that 6-on-4 towards the end of the game where he made that insane cutback move.
That was an insane play by McKinnon.
We're used to seeing more of those, And
like,
so
I keep wanting to say this, but the more okay, so going back to our last video, I had mentioned that one player should not dictate the results of a series. And got a little bit of pushback for that because Makar's out, they're down 2-0.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, I go back and forth. I think about this. Can Makar make that much of a difference to turn this from an 0-2 series to a 1-1 or even a 2-0? Yes, they were down 3-0 in that first game, but they outshot the night. They had 38 shots on goal. Does Makar open it up enough to free up McKinnon just enough, free up Natchez just enough, free up not Nichushkin on that line, but free up Lehkonen on that line? Mm-hmm. He's their goal mouth presence on the top line. And I mean, even McKinnon gets in there sometimes, but not usually. He's usually on the dot or on the goal line. But
when you have Makar at the point, you always have to wonder, is he going to walk this puck in and rip a shot? And you don't have that threat right now.
Taves has been that guy, and I cannot tell you. Okay, so for example, in Game 1, there was a play where McKinnon and Makar do this thing where they'll pass to the point, pass back, pass to the point, pass over, pass back to the point, pass to McKinnon, and McKinnon will take the shot or whatever, or pass along and shoot. Taves is not as quick as Makar. He has to corral the puck. He has to think longer about it. Sometimes he bobbles the puck, and he's not Makar, and that messes up with rhythm. That messes up with everything. Again, one player should not do this.
Makar's like a top 5 best player, maybe top 3 best player just period in the league. And
this is supposed to be the deepest team in the league.
Of course he's going to make a difference. Now, should it make enough difference where they drop 2 at home? I don't know. But what I've been curious of, I've been wondering throughout the season, is Wedgwood, is Blackwood, are they elite?
Yeah.
They've had elite
Numbers
stats all season. And then, not saying that they're not good or great goaltenders, but it seems like an elite number 1 defenseman has been keeping a lot of this at bay.
Yeah.
And the numbers so far, not that they're atrocious, but Wedgwood game 1, 889 save percentage. Wedgwood game 2, better, 917.
889 on the Avs. Like, no, that's not good goaltending at all. The Avs should be able to outscore that. Like, if he lets in 4 goals, and he let in 3, and they were all early too. They were second period, maybe 2, and then 1 in the third. I can't remember exactly, but
so the
Avs should be able to outscore that.
Sure. The 2 number 1 goal scorers on the Avs are Necas, right?
Yeah.
Necas and McKinnon.
And Nelson, he had 33 goals in the regular season. Where is he?
And so with your top 3 scorers not scoring, McKinnon had the assist, great assist. He hasn't scored yet in this season. He hasn't broken through.
Series.
In this series. Thank you. And so until McKinnon, with the absence of Makar, decides he wants to go beast mode, it's going to be hard to win this game 3.
He's tried. There's always 2 nights on him.
I think it's as simple as game 3 comes, McKinnon scores, they probably win. McKinnon doesn't score, it's going to be another close game, drawn out.
And you got to give the edge to Vegas if it's
it's so weird because even when the Avs had the lead in game 2, they had that 1 score, and I'm like, the Avs go up usually 2-3 goals, just protecting a 1-goal lead against a Vegas team like this. It felt a little unnerving to me.
I wasn't
very satisfied seeing that 1 goal.
I saw that goal in the first period, and I texted you, and I said, "Open the floodgates," because that's when they usually break. If they get 1 goal in,
they usually get another.
They usually follow it up. It doesn't happen like this. I mean,
how good has Eichel been?
He's good. Yeah.
On the face-off dot, he's damn good.
No,
he is damn good.
Eichel's been great. Dorofeev has been great. That's about it.
How about Barbashev?
Yeah.
2 goals, 1 assist, 7 hits in game 2. That is insane, dude. 1 was an empty netter, but he has been a force. He really has been a force.
Okay, so we're giving our flowers to Eichel, right? Eichel's been great. Eichel is a big difference maker for them. That goal shouldn't have happened. Malinsky blew it in Makar's spot. Malinsky so the puck was sitting, it was like halfway between the blue line and the circle, and in the offensive zone. The puck's sitting there for the taking. Malinsky skates up to it, second guesses himself, then starts backpedaling, and Eichel's already beat him by then. Eichel takes the puck up the board and then lasers a perfect shot. Far post and in. Wedgwood maybe could have sucked up a little bit more of the net.
Yeah.
But in that moment, you're kind of thinking, let's play. He's going to take away the close post. He's going to take up half the net.
It was.
And then the defense is going to take up. Malinsky's going to play Eichel, which he didn't. Mm-hmm. And he couldn't catch up to him. He was already 2-3 strides behind. And then I don't know who the other defenseman was, but they both played the pass, we should say. And you can't do that. And Makar's not going to make that mistake. Makar's going to take that puck. He's going to get that puck before Eichel does.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee it. He's going to take that puck before Eichel does.
If you get any of your body on Eichel, he's not getting because it was a complete perfect shot.
Yeah.
If you get any piece of him,
not taking away from Eichel.
Yeah.
Again, opportunistic.
He came in though. He had the pass as an option. He kind of looked looked him off, and then he
Yeah.
flared his hips like he was going to shoot. It looked like Wedgwood thought he was shooting short side.
Yeah.
Cheated a little, and
Yeah.
beat
I'm
him
not
far
putting that
side.
on. I'm not putting that on Wedgwood. Like,
No.
look at this. So Vegas had 5 high danger chances in the game. 4 of those high danger chances in the first period. You know, like Wedgwood did what he had to do to keep him in the game. And
Wedgwood,
like, yes, he let in the goals. That's fine. Maybe some of them were soft, but you can't
have 3 goals in 2 games and beat Vegas.
No.
You can't.
No. Vegas hasn't been playing crazy good.
What did they score 9 against the Wild?
Yes.
Game? 3 goals in 2 games. What is happening?
Vegas is like, okay, so Vegas has been playing. I think Vegas has been playing a perfect game to their ability. I don't think they can play any better. The Avs have to play better. I think Vegas has been playing perfect for them. I'm not taking anything away from Vegas. I'm not trying to. It's just the Avs are beating themselves in a lot of ways.
Do you feel like the Avs need to just continue to play their game, get more chances?
That's so tough to say.
Or
because that's what Bednar wants.
Do they need to be making adjustments to Vegas?
I've been thinking about this a lot the last few seasons. The teams that have won the Cup are much more defensively structured. And the Avs don't play bad defense when Makar's on the ice. But, man, and it's hard to say that because Nichushkin has been their best forechecker.
Yeah.
He's a great forechecker.
Yeah.
Nelson is up for the Selke. What in the hell is happening?
Yeah. Well, the Avs have never had to deal with this. We were just talking about how it's kind of, you want the Avs to have some adversity, just like the Canes. You want the Canes to have some adversity too.
I would have rather
to
them
put them
gone
over
1-1.
But this is more than adversity. This is panic.
This is impossible.
Avs fans everywhere are panicked because it's, like you said, it's never been done to come back. But
this is the team that could do it.
A team can do it. Avs have a shot. If Vegas can win 2 in a row, the Avs can win 2 in a row. If they can win 2 in a row, then we can all say the series is even. We're back to 0-0, square one, and then who can play better from there? So it is a lot.
Okay,
it is a lot to go into Vegas and take 2 from them now that they're going to be even more stingy because they know they've got something.
They need to erase this. They need to just completely nick it and start over.
Yeah. They
need to come out, play their identity. Maybe they do just stay the course. I don't know. Does Bednar just go down with the ship right now? Does he just say, you know what? My job's on the line. We're going to continue playing this way.
Do you think you'd rather see the Avs lose in the fashion of which like Montreal is playing? Because it's like we're throwing everything out there.
I'd like a little bit more than 12 shots on goal, though.
Yeah, right. The last one was rough. But like they are like you put everything out there and the chips just fall where they may.
Yeah.
It's hard to say that when it's a chess battle between a Vegas team that's very strategic and very particular about how they defend everything.
They know how to close out series.
But they have just sucked the energy out of the Avs. They've just, like, it's like the swagger just got completely sucked out of them. And I fully anticipate the Avs to rebound. Yeah. I don't see how they lose game 3.
Where the hell is that McKinnon shot that beat Volstead? Where's that? Why are they shooting it right into Carter Hart? Why can't they shoot? And they miss the net. They miss the net or they hit Carter Hart right in the chest.
You have to think these D-men, they are playing your stick in a way that the only thing you're going to be able to do is
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to get the perfect angle that you want to rip these shots.
Makar has got to come back.
The Montreal Canadiens are on a furious pace. The youngest team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They look rejuvenated. I've never seen this. Like, they play 7 games, grueling. They come back, they look rejuvenated.
Yeah, they played 7 games. 7 games.
And some OTs along the way.
A lot of OTs.
A lot of OTs. A lot of tough games. Knocked down Tampa.
Yeah.
Knocked down Buffalo.
Dude.
You got another juggernaut looking them in the eye. And Montreal's not flinching.
Yeah.
They're not flinching, dude.
How far could Tampa Bay have gone? How far could Buffalo have gone? We've kind of given Montreal this persona of like the team that shouldn't have won but did win. What if
maybe
they should?
It's the opposite.
Maybe they should have won.
Maybe they're that. And we've known all along that they're that good.
Yes.
But we've also known how young they are. I mean, they've got incredible pieces. Hudson, Suzuki. They've got
Caulfield.
They've got Caulfield.
Slavkovsky has been great. Demidov.
Dude, Demidov. Okay. Demidov, the goal. I wrote a note on it just real quick. Game 1, Demidov's goal where he dekes right through the middle of the ice and puts them up 4-1. If you guys recall back to that goal, that was, sick. Just sick.
He scored his first playoff goal. Was it game 6 against the Sabres or was it 7? I can't remember which game it was. But
that snipe, is that the one you're talking about?
And then all of a sudden,
he's taken off. Buffalo put the body on him in the last series.
Yep.
Remember that he had that gnarly hit on him.
Yeah,
didn't affect him going into this one. But no, you're right. It's been a clash of the Titans.
Go figure. They took game 1.
They took game 1, and it looked like, and we were kind of joking about how the Canes were looking at how, unfortunately, the Avs had, the first 2 had dropped at home.
We don't need to talk about this again.
We were past this.
No, but you're right.
You have to think that the Canes looked at that and are like, oh, shit, we've got to get it going now. And it still was a close game. It almost came down to the same fate that the Avs had where, Montreal could have put them on their ass.
They got it into overtime again with how many shots? 12?
12 shots.
I joked before we started talking about this. If they just scored, or if they just shot the puck one more time on goal, they would have won it.
Could have been. And I wrote a note so just speaking about game 2 now, they had 5 shots on goal going into the third period. The start of the third period, they had 5 shots for the entire game. Now, they had 12 shots total, but take into consideration that it went to OT as well. It didn't go far into OT.
I don't know that they got even a shot on goal in overtime. I could be wrong. I'm completely
right. But they had that amount of time to get shots, and they've got 12. But like you said, against Tampa, they've won
9 shots in Game 7,
and they
9 shots.
And St. Louis, he was joking with them, like, okay, let's not do that again, guys. Like,
but they keep doing it. They did it a couple times against the Sabres.
We pulled it off. We can't just always count on Lane Hudson getting a snipe off the back of a perfectly set up play in front of the net. Like, we're gonna have to, or Caulfield pulling one out. But it's been like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah,
with Montreal,
they're fun to watch, man. Like, they have no fear out there. Watching them in overtime, just throwing the puck around like it's nobody's business. Like, it's like Carolina is a very disciplined, very structured team, and you see them; they're very calculated in what they do. I don't see that when I see Montreal. I see
Montreal when they're playing, it's like
field hockey.
it's like pockets of grouping of the Montreal players. Well, they'll put the puck on a string and create a little bit of movement, and then somebody comes out of that little bit of a scrum, if you will, and they've got the separation to set up a play from there. It's like it's a very interesting style because when they're on point, they're just tic-tac plays between all these guys. They feel so connected, and then they create these plays that give them tremendous scoring opportunities that they inevitably bury.
You know who I think of whenever I see that? A young Avs team. Back
during the regular season.
No, like so that identity
Back against the Wild, way back.
Game 1 against the Wild. It was nice. No, but for real though, like the Avs aren't good on the power play. They're not good in all these situations because I think they grip the stick too tight. They try to do this run and gun, very fast offensive style, but they do it in a more calculated way. The Canadians are just out there. They're just having fun, you know? Like watching them leave the locker room going into overtime. I don't know if you caught that. They were like jumping, they're having high-fiving. Fun. They were having a great time.
Well, they're a younger team. We've talked about that. They've also have not much pressure.
None. No, really none. Well, I mean,
and so they're playing with skill. They've got a younger coach seems like the perfect coach for them.
Yeah.
And so it's like a perfect storm. I don't know if this concoction will lead them to win a cup or not. It could, but
right now it's fun to watch.
It could leave everybody in destruction and them as well.
So right, they're gonna take the Canes out with them.
You're right.
No. So I have a hard time picking against the Canes in this. They had a really rough game 1. Really rough game 1. I have never seen
a lot of defensive breakdowns.
I have never seen Slavin as a -4.
Yeah.
Like let alone negative.
Yeah.
On the score sheet.
And a couple of them are right off the back of a Slavin play that just didn't pan out the way he would want. I'm sure he would tell you. But
Montreal capitalized.
Oh yeah.
They got some snipers. Cole Caulfield, he is a sniper, and he's been playing really well now. I think he had the opening goal in game 2, didn't he? Can't remember who scored the... No. Josh Anderson had both the goals in game 2. How was he not a star in that game?
Yeah.
He tied it up, got him into overtime, and they gave the 3 stars to Carolina players. Like, I get they won it, but, I mean, Anderson... He's the only reason that...
You've got to think that Montreal's got a shot at this, though.
Yeah.
Dobish has had a 926 game 1. Not as good, 885 save percentage game 2. Anderson, you've been saying all along, Anderson's not as good as people are thinking.
Yeah.
I think Anderson's a pretty dang good goalie.
Yeah.
I think he was just exposed by a ton of breakaway and one-on-one plays with elite 50 goal scorers that it's like, well, what the hell do you want? And so he got exposed game 1, and it was a defense that exposed him. I mean, 762 game 1. That's tough. That wasn't going to happen again, and it didn't. 883 next game. Not fantastic, but
Montreal just knows how to get pucks past you. They make every goalie look. They did it to Vasilevsky. 9 shots and they won that game. How does Vasilevsky not? It's
quality shots.
Go back.
Quality shots.
I think the Habs need a lot of that. We just both said back to back.
Don't you know?
Don't you know? But I thought this was kind of crazy. Carolina, out hit Montreal in game 1, 44-18. And then they backed that up in game 2 with 2 more hits, and Montreal has 2 less hits. So 46-16.
Yeah. And we were talking about the amount of rest Carolina's gotten throughout this. They went 8-0, 2 rounds, and then they come in and face a Montreal team that's gotten better as the playoffs have, gone on. And in the third round, it looked like Montreal was just dialed in. They went against 2 tough teams. It really brought the best out of them. They were just really dialed in and calibrated, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Canes came in, and they came in with a lot of energy. They wanted to be physical. You knew that. They're the bigger team. They're the older team. But I did notice a lot of missed passes. They were out of sync.
Yeah.
And they played with the pure energy and the pure just like wanting to hit and take their head off and force plays didn't happen, because when they tried to force the plays, Montreal sent it the other way in a hurry and in the back of the net.
I saw a lot of that in game 2 also. I saw a lot of I was actually just about to text you right before Carolina went up 2-1 that there was a lot of open ice for Montreal. They weren't getting a ton of shots, obviously, but that's not Carolina. That's not how they play. There's no open ice against Carolina. And I don't know if this is just Montreal doing their thing. This is just what they do. Or if it is Carolina still being a little rusty in game 2 as well. Like they almost let it slip away. Yeah. And now they're going to the Bell Center.
I think Canes are going to continue to get better in the series.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's why game 1 was so important for Montreal. They took that game. They know that Carolina's going to get better.
Yeah,
but
they are.
Even if Carolina goes up 2-1, Montreal now has a chance to tie it up 2-2. I don't know. If Carolina takes both games, I think it's another short series. But now I still have Carolina winning it. It's hard to say against that, but I'm not entirely convinced now.
And with the Panthers not in this, the Panthers have been like the Achilles heel for the Canes. And so they've lost the last 2 series in the conference finals. Okay. Not close to the Panthers.
When did Carolina lose 3 years ago? Do you know?
3 years ago was Panthers.
And then 2 years ago it wasn't Panthers?
Panthers.
And then last year they lose to?
Or wait, no, last year was Panthers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know who else they got knocked out by? I was just curious.
So those were the last. So 2025 and 2023. I don't know if they made it in 2024. We'd have to
the conference finals.
Yeah, to the conference finals. Well, it would have been
the Panthers if they did, because they went to 3 straight. But
I don't know if they made it to the conference. I don't believe they did, but we might have to look.
Oh, yeah, I'll add in a note after this.
But their record in the conference finals has been pretty abysmal. It's been like them getting swept, or it went to 5 games against the Panthers. Back or in 2025. So, and then before that, you have to go back a little ways. They won a cup in between these.
Yeah, in like the early 2000s or like 2010, something like that.
Yeah. And then before that, it was like Boston that swept them. So, anyway, historically, it's either been boom or bust. And so it's a tied series so far. It's looking like it's going to be a good one. It might be the first 7-game series that they've seen in the conference finals. And
that doesn't always bode well for teams that don't get there regularly. Game 7s, I feel like, tend to go in favor of the team that's done it. Like Pete DeBoer, who was it? Who was the coach for the Stars? Was it DeBoer? It was DeBoer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had never lost in a Game 7. And he still has never lost in a Game 7. So it's like whenever you...
But it's like you have to get to a Game 7. Sometimes you lose before that.
It's true.
That's
true. But just saying that, like, Montreal is seasoned in Game 7s right now.
Oh, yeah. And they're like a fine cast iron. You know, they've got some seasoning for sure. Mm-hmm. Got a little build-up going. So,
I
what do you see going forward here? Because they don't play tonight. The Avs play tonight. Um, they'll play tomorrow.
I'm scared. Sorry.
I know. Montreal's your Eastern team. Obviously, the Avs are your Western team, and they're both in. It's not certain that either one of them will make it.
I got a chance, though. I got a chance.
You're
And
saying there's a chance. Yeah.
if the Avs ultimately meet their demise, I will be happy going for the Canes or Montreal. So
You're just gonna pick anybody against Vegas.
anybody against Vegas.
Destroy them.
And if Vegas continues what they're doing, I don't know if either team in the East can stop them. Because they were so dead in the water in the regular season. And then the playoffs kick in and like what in the world happened? What happened?
We're going back to Vegas and the
I
Avs.
can't
I'm sorry,
stop.
guys.
I can't stop.
It is weird. It's like they were cruising on the highway and then they took an exit, they downshifted and punched it, and now they're going. And but
if I don't know. I still have the Canes winning this probably pretty handily. I don't remember what my prediction was. I think I picked them in 6 over whoever. But
I don't think it will be that cut and dry.
it might not be that way. Not anymore now.
I see a very confident.
Yeah.
When they're making plays, it's not jumping off their stick. All the passes are pretty much connecting. They don't look shook by the moment at all. I think it's going to be another pretty intense.
I don't think
series.
I've ever
6 or 7.
I don't think I've ever seen a team play the way Montreal does. The confidence in their shooting, they create the wide open nets for the shot. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they get minimal shots on goal, but they are all like wide open goals.
Right. The problem is too, you got Slavin settling in here. When you get him settling in, I mean,
that's what I'm saying though. That's why I'm kind of thinking the Canes are going to take this away.
Like Slavin's just like a supercomputer, just calculating and just cutting off these plays before they even get really to manifest a lot.
He's the only one on the ice.
You know how many goals he saved? Just him.
Yeah, he's their goalie.
Literally, he's like a second goaltender. It's insane.
No, he's the only one on the ice.
It's just him
against the 5 skaters for Montreal.
5v1, just walrus. He's just
and
in the middle of the ice.
They're just on the outside, like passing it back, like between the 5 skaters.
Yeah.
They pull the goalie. There's 6 skaters, and they're just staying on the perimeter. And Slavin's he's like on each one of them.
Just doing his thing.
Yeah.
Huh. He's doing his shadow clone jutsu. A little Naruto reference.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else to add to this one?
No, not really.
Looks like Canes are not going to let history define them in this series. Montreal's not backing down, playing with a ton of swagger. Again, Clash of the Titans. I think it's a toss of the coin. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited either way. I'd be happy to see either team make it. I'm preferable on the Canes, but we'll see how it goes.
And you'll go either team in the finals too.
I'll pick either team against Vegas, sure. Or sorry, I meant or the Avalanche. We'll slip there.
It's not a slip. Let's take a break.
And we're back. So we're going to finish up the pod with something a little different. Expect a weekly segment as we finish up the Stanley Cup playoffs here. We're going to do a play of the week, blunder of the week, and then we'll cover at the end of the pod maybe just like some controversial hits, just
coaching choices.
Coaching choice the
Lack of interviews.
lack of just throwing stuff out there. So we've already covered Avs situation. We don't have to rehash that. Canes, Montreal, and so from everything of the first week, both teams have played 2 games. What are you seeing? What is your play of the week?
Well, it's not coming from the Avs. So
McKinnon had that sweet
that was
set up. Could be
that
if
was
you
sick.
take that in a vacuum, that could have been that could be
no
up there.
That was really good. But no, that Eller's goal in game 2, that was wicked. Going through the center ice up the right hand wall, and he kind of like spun backwards, carried the puck through. Like there was 2 Habs players right there. He just went right around them, and then
turned around, slung. I know the exact play you're talking about, and then he slung it on net. 5-hole. Dobish, I feel like he's had a couple 5-hole.
He does
goals.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something.
That tracks back to the beginning.
I don't know if they have a book on him on that. I think he just swung it on net and it just so happened to go 5-hole. But I agree that goal by Ehlers was fantastic.
That one was fantastic. So I definitely say that was probably the play of the conference finals. Eichel's far post and in was pretty solid.
Absolute. Reminded me of Makar.
Yeah.
Not to put salt in the wounds here, but it was kind of Makar-esque. That one had a little stank on it. But yeah, a good runner-up would be the Eichel goal for sure.
Yeah, no. To the blunder of the week.
Blunder of the week.
Are we in agreement?
You're wanting to put the whole Avs team in this blunder category.
I mean, we keep saying it, and I hear it everywhere. Vegas has not done anything. They have not destroyed the Avs, so to speak. The Avs are down 2-0, so you would think Vegas has come out and just they have outplayed the Avs. They're winning the games, but the Avs are just falling apart. Passes aren't connecting. Opportunities are there, and they're not converting. When they get a shot, it's going straight into Hart, or going wide, going high.
Do you see McKinnon's interview?
Yeah.
Or he's like, I think I said execute like 5 times, so do I have to say any more?
Because
he's pissed.
Because the one interviewing,
he's gonna start breaking sticks.
I don't blame the one interviewing him for saying that, like asking that question, like, do you think it's just a matter of execution? Obviously, it's execution.
Sure.
Obviously, it is.
Yeah.
And McKinnon knows that it's execution. Every single player on the team knows that it's execution. It's hard to manifest execution. Like, if you're gripping the stick too tight, it's hard not to. Because you know that you're the favorites. You know that you're the President's Trophy winner. You know that you're the one that should be winning these games. But you have to do it.
And it's like a lot of the plays that the Avs usually cash in on, the Vegas Golden Knights, they're just like slightly tampering with their plays and putting them out of sync. And it's really, it's hard because it's not like they need to start from scratch. They don't need to completely revamp how they're playing, obviously.
If they do, they're gonna get swept. They're gonna lose the next 2 if they try to mix it up too much.
Yeah, so it's hard to make those micro changes that lead to actual goals. And but I agree, a blunder. You could only describe it as a blunder. 3 goals, 2 games, with maybe the most potent offense that we've seen in quite a long time. Yeah. So I really don't want this to come across as me just being a salty Avs fan saying that Vegas doesn't deserve to win these games. They do.
they have played perfectly to their structure. They're opportunistic. They score those goals that materialize out of bad plays from the other team, and they're playing perfectly.
Yeah.
But the Avs have so much more to give, and I don't know if this goes. If game 3, game 4, and so on go into the Avs scoring more than 2 goals in a game, I think Vegas will have a hard time keeping up with that. And I don't know. I guess we'll just see.
We'll see. So why don't we call it there? We've still got the game later on tonight. I'm excited, a little anxious. It should be a fun one regardless. Avs can win game 3. They're still in this series. Down 2-1. That's still doable. So we'll see. But so we'll wrap it up there. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, like and subscribe to our channel. Join us. We put out content every week. So the goal is to create a channel where all fan bases can come together, discuss, argue to a certain degree, be respectful, but so we could all share the game of hockey together.